1975. Gas was cheap, hair was long, and if a song caught fire, it lived everywhere. In your car, on your clock radio, at every backyard barbecue. But some of those songs just vanished. One hit, one moment, and then they were gone. But we haven't forgotten, have we? And while we're counting down 10 unforgettable tracks, one or two more tucked in at the end. Bonus gems you won't want to miss. So stick around. Sky High fully exploded and soft rock softened the airwaves. This British pop rock band launched a dramatic farewell that climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 5 and tied to the martial arts film The Man from Hong Kong. Sky High became an unexpected hit with its sweeping strings, high-flying falsetto, and breakup lyrics.
Floating all sky high, not telling me a lie.
That felt like a punch to the chest. It wasn't just a song, it was a cinematic exit set to music, and once it faded, so did the band's mainstream presence. But that chorus, still unforgettable. And hey, if you're already enjoying this trip back through time, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. We've got plenty more of these musical memories coming, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. How long, Ace? This one had nothing to do with a love. Instead, it was about a bandmate quietly moonlighting for another group. Ace, led by Paul Carrack, turned that internal betrayal into a smooth, soulful, soft rock single that reached number 3 in the US in 1975. The melody was mellow, the delivery was effortless, and for a lot of folks, it just sounded like a great tune. But beneath that cool surface was a quiet confrontation disguised as a hit. Carrack would go on to have a long career with groups like Squeeze and Mike the Mechanics. But this song was where it all began. Chevy Van, Sammy John.
Gave a girl a ride in the wagon.
Some songs aren't about forever, they're about the moment. Released in 1975, Chevy Van told a simple, soft-spoken story about a one-night encounter on the road.
By the hand, she's gonna love me in my Chevy Van, and that's alright with me.
It captured the spirit of 1970s freedom and intimacy in just under 3 minutes. The track peaked at number 5 and became a quiet anthem for anyone who ever hit the road with nothing but time and a destination they didn't need to know. It was Sammy John's only hit, but for many, it felt like a personal memory on vinyl.
Better keep your eyes on the road, son.
The song's mellow acoustic style and gentle vocals made it a staple on FM radio for years to come. Doctor's Orders, Carol Douglas. Long before disco took over, Carol Douglas delivered a prescription for the dance floor. Adapted from a UK original, her 1975 version brought the groove stateside and landed at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 2 on the disco chart. With a funky beat, flirtatious lyrics, and a vocal delivery that felt like both advice and invitation. It was her only big hit, but it earned her a place in early disco history. The song's playful metaphor of love as medicine helped it stand out from the crowd, and Douglas became a regular on the club scene at Rockin' Chair. Gwen McCrae. After George McCrae's Rock Your Baby lit up the charts, his wife Gwen stepped in with a sultry response. Rockin' Chair was released in 1975 and brought her to the top of the R&B chart and number 9 on the Hot 100. Backed by a groove-heavy rhythm section and her signature vocal warmth, Gwen delivered a track that felt like it belonged in a Miami soul club, with the lights low and the floor swaying. It was her biggest moment and one still remembered by fans of 70s soul. Gwen would go on to release several more singles, but none would match the intimacy and success of this track. Black Superman. Muhammad's songs celebrated romance or heartbreak. This one paid tribute to a living legend. Released in 1975, Johnny Wakeland's reggae and Butterfly and Stings Like a Bee, and the song reached number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100. It wasn't just a tribute, it was a time capsule for the era's greatest athlete, wrapped in rhythm and strikingly different. Poetry Man.
Make me laugh, 'cause your eyes, they light the night.
Was the debut single that introduced Phoebe Snow's unique voice to the world. Released in late 1974 and reaching its chart peak 1975, the song hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 with a blend of folk, jazz, and soul. It stood out from everything else on the radio, gentle, complex, and carried a kind of honesty that resonated. Snow never matched the same commercial success, but she never needed to. This one track cemented her legacy. She later worked with Paul Simon and Linda Ronstadt, gaining admiration from fellow artists, even if the charts didn't follow. Emma, Hot Chocolate, gave us a heartbreak ballad that cut deep early 1975 and climbed to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. Written by lead singer Errol Brown, it told the tragic story of a woman chasing fame and losing herself along. Driven by simple piano chords and Brown's emotional delivery, the song captured a darker side of ambition and left a lasting impression. The band would go on to chart several bigger hits, but none quite matched the raw vulnerability of this early track. Magic. Pilot. If you've ever heard the phrase, oh, 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 it's magic, you've heard Pilot.
Oh, ho, ho, it's magic, you know.
The Scottish pop band released this track in 1975, and it quickly rose to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Produced by Alan Parsons, it became one of those rare one-hit wonders that never really left pop culture. From commercials to movie soundtracks, the song's infectious chorus continues to reappear. Pilot didn't chart big again, but that chorus became part of the decade's musical DNA. The band was short-lived, but magic gave them a piece of immortality. Love Won't Let Me Wait, Major Harris. After his time with the Delphonics, Major Harris stepped into the solo spotlight with a slow jam that became an instant classic.
Time is right, you hold me tight.
Released in 1975, Love Won't Let Me Wait reached number 5 on the Hot 100 and claimed the top spot on the R&B chart. With its lush string arrangement and Harris's velvety vocals, it became a bedroom staple. It went gold, earned heavy radio play, and defined Harris's career in a single romantic swoon. The song is still featured in classic soul playlists and late-night radio shows. Third-Rate Romance, Amazing Rhythm Aces. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't dramatic, but it was honest.
Small and they talk at all, label for what they wanted.
Released in 1975, Third-Rate Romance told the story of a one-night stand at a motel with a wink and a shrug, blending country, soul, and a little southern storytelling. The song hit number 14 on the Hot 100 and number 1 in Canada. It was the band's only major U.S. hit, but for anyone who's ever watched life unfold over coffee in a roadside diner, it was unforgettable. The group continued touring and releasing albums into the early 2000s, but this song remained their signature moment. If any of these songs brought back a memory, we'd love to hear about it. Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy these journeys, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We've got more forgotten favorites coming soon, and we'll save you a seat. And hey, which one of these songs hit you the hardest? Which one took you back? Tell us below, and let us know what year you want us to explore next. Because when it comes to one-hit wonders, every year has its surprises, and we're just getting started.